Yeah. Yeah, this is, yep, this is, yeah. Here, now we're on part 3, yep. Alright. The first CGI Thomas DVD ever made, which is Hero of the Rails, the movie. Yeah, this is actually the very first CGI Thomas, the actual animated CGI Thomas itself. So yeah, without the model one. So yeah. Yep. Yep. Meet new friends. Hero, Victor, and Kevin. That's from Goodwill. I think I had this since 2023, I believe. Here's Thomas and Friends Holiday Express, classic Storytime collection. Yep, it does use the classic and the new model Thomas, so yeah. I think the classic Thomas uses it fully remastered, I think. Here's the disc. Yeah, it might still play okay. Misty Island Rescue. This is actually a Canadian copy, which I could tell it does have it does show the French of Thomas and Friends logo. Yep, this is actually a 2014 Canadian reprint. Yeah, from Universal. Yeah, the one that's upside down was Apollo Cesar's. It's actually Thomas et C. Emma's. Yeah, that's actually what it look. This is what Thomas and Friends look like in French. It's very weird. Yeah. So they were first appearance, the Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand on Misty Island Rescue. Yep, this is a 2014 reprint. I have another copy, which is the original one. I do have the original one. I'll show you later. Yep. Yep. So okay, trailer. I have 2 copies of Misty Island Rescue. One is the Lionsgate and the other is the Universal print. So yeah. The Lion of Sodor. The first Thomas DVD which is the first CGI Thomas DVD I own. So yeah, for this collection. Since I had this since 2011, for a very long time. I had this when I was a kid. Yep. Here's the disc. This will work. Okay. This, a Very Thomas Christmas 2012 DVD. Once again, this is also a Canadian copy. Yep. Allison Films, that's what it says, so it's actually a Canadian print. Yeah. I don't mind Canadian DVDs now, as long if it's just English. As long as it's English. Yep. Yep, it says made in Canada. I don't really live in Canada, I live in the United States, not Canada. So yeah. But I know Ali Jessa lives in Canada. And so is Diego Hernandez Rivero. Alright. Sticky situations. Alright. It's actually the last Thomas DVD from 2012. Muddy Matters. The first Thomas DVD from 2013. Thomas and James. Yeah, it has some scratches and it's dirty, but for some reason it did work pretty good. It does work okay. It does work fine. Even though it's a lot of scratches, it does play okay. Three movie pack, which contains Misty Island Rescue, Day of the Diesels, and Blue Mountain Mysteries. I did have to say this first because it came out before. Because it came out before this. It came out first, then Day of the Diesels and Blue Mountain Mysteries. But it starts with these three of these backwards. So yeah. Yep. Just it's back. Yeah. Yep. I have, like I showed you Misty Island Rescue. I did. The one I showed you last time was the Universal reprint, but I will show you the original one this time. Yep, here it is. Here's the original print. Here's the original 2010 DVD of Misty Island Rescue. Day of the Diesels and some scratch. And Blue Mountain Mystery movie. And this one has a lot of scratches. Yeah. But for some reason this DVD still plays okay. But if it's messed up and scratched, I might maybe get a new copy. I don't know. But yeah. It's very scratched right here. But unfortunately this DVD might still play okay. I have to test it on a regular DVD player to see if it still plays okay. I had to put this protect disc so this won't get a lot more scratches. That's why it causes this thing. That's the reasons why I put the protect disc. So that's the yeah. Now we'll start with the DVDs that are from which is the 2013 narration. I think, what's his name again? What's his name? It's a good thing I wrote it. Which is Mark Morgan on it. Which is Mark Morgan narration. King of the Railway, the movie. Well, the case, I originally come with a black case, but now it comes with a clear case. I did put. I remember a while ago, a long time ago, I did put the Model Thomas sticker on there. Yeah, yeah. And for some reason, this disc was scratched, and it's kind of skipped and it's kind of has some issues somewhere during the end of the movie. But that's only somewhere at the end. That's only a little bit skipped, and somewhere at the end that was somewhere at the end of that. Yeah. Here's the disc. Yeah, look, there's some scratches. I think somewhere at the end was kind of messed up. Yeah, somewhere and there's a big crack right here. I might see if I could maybe burn the disc. I might get a new copy of this soon. So yeah. But yeah. There's the one I really need a new copy. Tale of the Brave, the movie. I need to get a new copy of this. But I will keep it until I get a new copy. Yeah. Look at that. See, look at that big scratch right here. That's why it is having a problem with my. somewhere during the movie it wouldn't play if that big scratch was right there. It will probably messed up. It doesn't work properly on any of the DVD players, so I have to somewhere because of that part. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Under that light, look at that top right here. See that big scratch right here? I might have to get a new copy. And when I tried tech after I downloaded from archive, it's kind of messed it up, so yeah. Sucks. Alright. 2 or 1 more to go. Yep. Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, 2015 DVD. It's actually... This one came out 10 years ago, actually. Yeah. Here's the disc. Yep, it works. It does have some scratches in it. Yep, it does play fine. It does not have no issues at all. Yeah, works pretty good. Even I had this for a a while. Alright, this is my every of my Thomas DVDs, which had regular cases, and they're regular Thomas DVDs. Show you this as a bonus before. I'll show you this one on the next video. So yeah, here's the Best of Thomas and Friends collection, the homemade DVD with the real contents of the real DVDs, which is Best of Thomas, Best of James, Best of Percy, Best of Gordon, and the custom homemade DVDs. And the custom ones are Best of Henry, Best of Toby, which is the bonus ones. The custom ones are bonuses. Yep. Best of Thomas, Best of Percy, Best of James, Best of Gordon, Best of Henry, and Best of Toby. They have closed captions except these two. Yes, Best of Henry, Best of Toby are actually custom ones. Yep, here's actually the homemade DVDs, but they use the real contents. I just copy off from this DVD right here. So is Best of James, Percy, and Gordon. It's Best of Percy, Best of James, Best of Gordon, here's the custom ones. Custom is Best of Henry, and finally Best of Toby. Alright, stay tuned for another part, and this might be the final part in the next video, which this time I'll show you this one on the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.